Hey everybody, welcome. 1 second. I'm gonna be showing you some books here just in a minute. Let me get my camera figured out. There we go, that's better. You can actually see what's going on this way. So I went to a big estate sale last weekend and bought a bunch of boxes of books. Also, my niece and nephew were cleaning out their book collection, so I got a big pile of Dr. Seuss. And these are all going to be going in the bookstore right now, so I figured I'd do a little unboxing. Oops. Actually, is that backwards on the camera? Can you read that? I think you can read it. We're good to go. All right, let me empty out this box and then we'll get rolling. Show you some of the cool new books that I got, and these will all be in the bookstore here in Marshfield. Actually, 1 second. I think I'm gonna turn you around. Something like that. Nope, not like that. Like that. There we go. I have a bookstore in Marshfield, Wisconsin, a brick and mortar, and then also I am on eBay. I'm eBay seller Animal Vet 52. I am always auctioning off books on eBay. There you go, Animal Vet 52. A lot of the older stuff I put up on eBay. I'll show you. All of this stuff is up for auction right now. A lot of great antique leather books, some Bibles. We got Washington Irving, Mark Twain, Civil War books, mechanical books, science and technology. There's a Bible that was owned by a Civil War soldier. There's a Scribner's with some Ernest Hemingway works in there, so that's pretty cool. All right, but for now, I am going through some books that I just bought at a local estate sale, and I'll be pricing these for the bookstore. Ooh, the Dinosaur Heresies, New Theories Unlocking the Mystery of the Dinosaurs and Their Extinction. So if you want any of these books, let's see what they paid for that one. They paid, oh no, that's a receipt for a radiator and some car parts. So something like this, I'll put in the bookstore for about $5. Just a nice hardcover or soft cover book on dinosaurs and paleontology, I guess. How to brew, everything you need to know to brew great beer every time. I was thinking about giving this one to my brother. That's why I picked it up at the estate sale, but I'm pretty sure I just gave him a hardcover copy of something similar to this. So this will go in the store. Let's see, retail on that is $25. I'll probably price it at $8. I like my local customers to get some pretty good deals. Inde, The Story of the Apache Wars by Ethan Hawke. This one's pretty great. Oh, I did not realize it was a kind of a graphic novel or graphic history. That one is pretty neat. I've never seen anything quite like that. What do you think? $8? Sounds fair. Pretty nice condition. I'm sure this one retails for probably 30 or $35. Montana Fly Fishing Guide West, including the Bitterroot, Blackfoot, Clark Fork, Flathead, and Glacier National Park. Cool book on western fly fishing. Everything you need to know if you're gonna go fishing out west. How about $6 for that one? Again, I like to keep things nice and cheap. The Art of Calligraphy, also with, apparently someone was practicing. Oh no, they printed off all these line paper. I was thinking about getting into calligraphy, but definitely don't have time for that. So that one will probably be like $5. Tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna slide this down like that so you can actually see what I'm showing off. Big hardcover book, the World Encyclopedia of Fossils and Fossil Collecting. That's a big coffee table hardcover book. Really, wow, nicely illustrated. I like that one. Great book about fossils. That one will probably be about, what do you think, $8, $10, something like that. Someone paid 35. I don't know if that's an Amazon sticker. Someone paid 35 bucks for it. Drop the price to $5. We got these Barnes and Noble. I sell a ton of these. I get 25 bucks a piece, and these are new, so even better. Let me get the price gun for those. Got the fancy schmancy price sticker gun. Again, I picked up all of these at a local estate sale last weekend. I think I got about 30 of them to put on eBay to auction off, and the rest will go here in the bookstore. Another nice calligraphy book. Everything you need to know if you want to learn calligraphy. That one's going to be $5. I think that's cheap enough. Nice hardcover book on calligraphy. I think that one's going to be $5 as well. Keep it simple. Really nicely illustrated calligraphy guide. $5. I don't think you can go wrong for $5. Someone was practicing. The Animal Speak Workbook. Cool book on animal language, talking to animals and such. That was kind of cool. Retail for $18. I think I'm gonna try to get $5 for it. Hobby gunsmithing. I think that one's gonna be about $5. Tying the classic salmon fly. I just picked up a big old pile of hardcover fly fishing books a few weeks ago. Holy buckets. Guess what they paid for this one? You see that? They paid $44 plus $4 shipping. And if it was $4 shipping, yeah, this was 2017. Someone paid 48 bucks. 48 buckaroos for that one. I think I'm gonna charge about what do you think? $8, something like that. $8 or $10 for this one. Okay, that's awesome. Look at that step-by-step photographic guide on how to tie flies. Again, the previous owner paid $40. Wowza. Maybe I'll ask 10. 75% off on that one. The Bird Feeder Handbook. Ooh, that one's nice. I like that one. $8 for that one. Salmon Flies. Cool book on salmon fishing. Again, I already have a big pile of fly fishing books and fly tying books in the store, so I'm glad to add to that collection. That one's going to be $5. The ABCs are reloading. I will sell that one for $8. The Orvis fly fishing guide with some maps. And a calendar from 2014. Again, these are all going at the bookstore in Marshfield, Wisconsin. I think this one's going to be $6. Can't go wrong for a nice big softcover book on fly fishing. We got the first 4 box set of Harry Potter. I remember reading these probably when I was, maybe 12 or 14 years old. Growing up, middle school, high school, it was when all the Harry Potter books came out. Let me think what I get for a nice 4 volumes. How about maybe $12, $3 a piece. I think that's cheap enough. Again, I'm going to use the handy dandy price gun sticker price. $12 for the first 4 Harry Potter books. There's some more Harry Potter over here. I'll tell you what, I have about 50 copies of #1 Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, so I definitely need to price that one cheap. I think I'm just gonna price it at $2. Get rid of it. Then we got number 5, 6, and 7. Number 5, what do you think? $4, $4 or $5, I think is pretty fair. I still sell tons and tons and tons of Harry Potter. That and the Hunger Games, any C.S. Lewis or J.R.R. Tolkien, those all sell very quickly. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get $4 a piece for these. Keep it simple. Honestly, like different bookstores and antique stores I go to, a lot of them are trying to get $6, $8, $10 even for a paperback Harry Potter. I'm asking $4 for a nice paperback. Can't go wrong. I got a Michael Crichton, The Lost World. That one's gonna be cheap, probably $3. Richard Wright, Native Son. That's a nice clean copy. Probably, I think it's new. But still, new paperback, $5. Albert Camus, A Life by Olivier Todd. Probably $5. That'll go in the biography section. Or the classic literature, I don't know. Cormac McCarthy, Child of God. I know I'm always getting asked for Cormac McCarthy and Hunter S. Thompson. Sorry about that. Phone's going crazy. I suppose I should mute it. Turn the sound off. There we go. All right, got that sorted out. I'm back. Okay, Cormac McCarthy. Cheap, cheap, cheap. I've got some more little classic paperbacks of classics. Hound of the Baskervilles. That's gonna be $2. I like to have lots of cheap paperback options for people. Oh, I heard someone already pressed that one at 3. Lowering it to 2. Brave New World by Huxley. That one's gonna be $2. Plato, The Last Days of Socrates, $2. Paradise Lost by John Milton. That's gonna be $2. Origin of Species by Darwin, $2. I do have a huge selection of just cheap paperbacks of the classics if you're ever interested. The Sayings of Confucius, that's gonna be $2. Now we got Animal Farm, a nice clean paperback copy. That one might be $5. That one's a little easier, a lot easier to sell. That one's gonna sell probably in the next week or two, pretty easily. All right, on to the next pile. Really nice vintage copy of Little Men by Louisa May Alcott with the dust jacket. Really nice clean dust jacket on that one. Clean book underneath as well. I think that one's gonna be about $15. I do sell a ton of Louisa May Alcott as well here. Seems to be very easy. Oh, we got a Nicholas Sparks. Very exciting, Nicholas Sparks. See Me. Did you know he has like 20-some books? Maybe more. Could be more. That one's gonna be $4 for a nice paperback. And then we got The Best of Me, nice hardcover. That one's gonna be, wow, original price $25.99. Bargain price $6.98, and I'm gonna price it at, I think $5, $4 or $5. I think is fair enough. Scottish Clans and Family Encyclopedia. That one's pretty awesome. Very cool if you want to trace your Scottish ancestry. Got all the tartans. Really nice big Barnes & Noble price of originally $50 at Barnes & Noble. Their price is only $19.98, and I'm gonna price it at about probably $8. I think that's cheap enough. Hope that's cheap enough for someone to buy it. Ancient Rome, History of the Civilization that Ruled the World. Bargain price $9.98, and I'm gonna price it for. Ooh, that one's nice. I like that. Wait, probably $6. Another encyclopedia of calligraphy technique. Nice hardcover. I think that one's gonna be $6. Gonna have a nice little selection of fly fishing books and calligraphy books. Ooh, I'm gonna pull out. I have some other really interesting books that I think will go up on eBay. This one I showed off in one of the previous videos. The Experienced English Housekeeper. I bought this one from the UK from an online seller. Really, really beautiful leather binding. Honestly, the binding, it probably cost more than I paid for this one. A binding like this would probably cost you $300 or $400 pretty easily. The Experienced English Housekeeper for the use and ease of ladies, housekeepers, cooks, etc. by Elizabeth Raffle. That is $17.82. Really cool cookbook from 1782. How to make a good plum cake. Take 1.5 pounds of fine flour, well dried, 1.5 pounds of butter, 3/4 pound of currants, washed and well picked. Stone 1/2 pound of raisins and slice them. 18 ounces of sugar beet and sifted 14 eggs. Okay, you're making a big old cake. 14 eggs. Leave out the whites and half of them. Shred the peel of a large lemon, exceedingly fine. 3 ounces of candied orange and the same of a lemon. A teaspoonful of beaten mace, etc., etc., etc. Let me see if I can find more of a simple one. Let's see. How to hodgepodge a hare. Okay, we're making rabbit. Cut the hare in pieces as you do for stew and put it into a pitcher with 2 or 3 onions, some salt and a little pepper, a bunch of sweet herbs, and a piece of butter. A piece of butter. How big is a piece of butter? I don't know. Stop the pitcher very close. Let's see. Stop the pitcher very close that no steam may get out. Okay, yep, put a lid on it so no steam gets out. Set it on a kettle full of boiling water. Keep the kettle filled up as the water wastes. Let it stew for 4 or 5 hours at least. You may, when you first put the hare into the kettle, put in lettuce, cucumbers, celeries, and turnips if you like it better that way. Make yourself a little rabbit stew. Pretty cool. Cookbook from 1782. How's it going, Patrick? Oh, and Max. Max, yes, I was just online with you. How's it going? If you're watching, check out Paper Gold Podcast. He just left a comment. Definitely go subscribe to his channel. Max, why you trying to call me? Was it something urgent? You called twice in the middle of the stream, and my phone went off. That was Max, Paper Gold Podcast. Yes, pick our brains. At some point, me and Paper Gold Podcast will be doing a co-podcast. Let people ask us questions about books. Max was going to show me some books that were in the palette. Me and Max were just live on Instagram. And apparently now he needs to talk to me again. So we got a nice little book on lathes. Nice, simple little bugger. That one's going to be probably $4. Nice and cheap. Oh, here's a cool one. We got a nice modern 3-volume set of Dune. What do we got? Dune. House Atreides, House Harkonnen, and House Corleone, or however you say it. I'm sure I just butchered them all. These are the later ones by Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson, but nice, clean. I think these were published in 2020, so excited to have those at the store. Okay, yeah, we got book 1, book 2, and book 3. Really nice, clean copies. I thought about putting these on eBay, but I think I'm gonna put them in the bookstore for like $5 a piece. I think they're all new. They retail for $10. And honestly, now I think a paperback like this would probably cost you $12 or $14. Get these nice clean ones, brand new, for $5 a piece. Again, these all came out of a local estate. Did a little picking and bought a bunch of boxes of books. We got the Collins Nature Guides, Birds of Britain and Europe. Okay, I don't think I have too many books on the birds of Britain and Europe. Got lots of them on American birds. Let's see. What did they pay? Okay, they only paid. They paid $10 for this one. Well, £9.99. That one's gonna be $4. I think that's cheap enough. Now, okay, we got another Field Guide to Birds by Roger Torrey Peterson. These are pretty common. Speaking of birds, the birds are going crazy outside right now. Got some big sandhill cranes. Let me see if I can find them. I'll show you outside. As long as I don't lose internet. Can't go out too far. See those sandhill cranes out there? Them big buggers? They're about 4 feet tall. And they were just squawking like crazy. I think there's 5 of them that have been hanging out on the edge of my yard. Just chilling. Those are sandhill cranes. All right, back to the book. Field Guide to Birds by Roger Torrey Peterson. I think that one will be like $5. Nicely illustrated guide to birds. Oh, we got all kinds of receipts and stuff falling out. Where'd my pencil go? There we go. All right, $5 for that one. All right, we got Simon & Schuster's Guide to Fossils. Nice little paperback, pretty great condition. Highly illustrated. Definitely can carry this one in your back pocket if you're out fossil hunting. That one's going to be $5, I think. Ghost Train, American Railroad Ghost Legends. Pretty cool. Nice hardcover book on ghost legends. Oh, and it's illustrated as well, showing you all the spooky old pictures. Some railroad maps. That one's pretty cool. So it's railroad related and ghost related. Someone's going to love that one. I think that one's going to be $8. Not sure if I'll put that with the railroad books or the occult books. We got From Vines to Wines, a complete guide to growing grapes and making your own wine. That's pretty cool. That's going to go by the Brewing Book. Step-by-step guide on how to make your own wine. That's pretty cool. How about $8 for that one? Jaguar Woman and the Wisdom of the Butterfly Tree. Not 100% sure what that one's even about. Andrews enters a strange, shadowy world. She becomes a jaguar spirit, has visions and dreams, and is filled with intense energies. The goal is become who you are, and grappling with Native American archetypes and spirits in the path of the author's trends. So it's a novel. $4. Nice little hardcover guide to fossils. You could also carry this one when you're out digging for fossils and need to identify something. Figure out whether you got an ammonoid or a snail shell or some coral or some bony fish or some sea lilies or some bryozoans. That one's gonna be $5. Book of fossils. We got a eyewitness handbook of fossils. That's pretty cool. That one's really nice. Check out all the illustrations. I think that one's going to be about, what do you think, $5? Keep it simple. The Home Brewer's Guide to Vintage Beer. This one's kind of a little ring binder. Ingredients, brewing techniques. We got the history of stouts. Lots of great information on brewing your own beer. I think $5. $5 is a nice number. The Fly Fisher's Guide to Minnesota, nice little paperback. A lot of nice clean books. Great stuff. Someone spent crazy amounts of money. Look at that. That one retails for $29.95. And you can come to Marshfield and buy it. Look, it's full of maps, all kinds of great information, maps and lake maps and different stuff about the lakes of Minnesota, lakes and rivers. That one's going to be, I think, $6. That's cheap. Pale Ales, A History of Brewing, Techniques and Recipes, 2nd edition. Another book of brewing. Lots of great stuff. Book on fossils, brewing, fly fishing. A lot of great classic literature, children's books. That one's going to be $5. And then we got brown ale if you want to make your brown ales. Here's a book for you. Again, this one retails for $15. I'm going to try to sell for $5. And this is, I would say that's a brand new copy. Clean, brand new. Another dinosaur book, Tracking Dinosaurs, A New Look at Ancient World. Very cool, lots of great illustrations in this one. Oh, we even got some color illustrations in the middle. Again, all of these books will be at my bookstore in Marshfield, Wisconsin. That one's going to be $5. Call of the Loon includes a free DVD. Let's see if the DVD's in there. Yep, still with the DVD hiding in the back. Very great. This one's a hardcover book on the loon. I think the loon is very common here in the Midwest. I assume it goes south in the winter. That one's going to be like $4. 101 Trout Tips, A Guides, Secrets, Tactics, and Techniques by Landon Meyer. A little paperback book on trout fishing. Everything you need to know. Lots of great color illustrations. That one's going to be... That one retails for $24.95. I'm going to ask $5 for it. 80% off. The Home Cheese Making Recipes for 75 Homemade Cheeses. I did have a ton of cheese making books last summer, but someone came and cleaned it out. I think I had probably 20 cheese making books, and they bought them all. She makes her own cheese, butter, all kinds of great stuff like that. She does her own home canning. This one retails for $27.95. I'm gonna try to get about $10. That's cheap enough. The Scientific American Book of Dinosaurs. Everything you need to know about dinosaurs, $5. Let's see, what can I show you next? Speaking of birds, since I've had all the modern bird books, here's an old one with a really fancy tree calf leather. So tree calf leather, I think it's just like calf leather, but somehow they dye it to kind of give it this marbled board, wood grain looking design, but it is leather. I guess I'm not 100% sure how they marble it like that to look kind of like a board. This is British Birds by W.H. Hudson with 8 color plates and 128 illustrations in black and white. Check the date on that. That's 1937. Again, nicely illustrated. Lots of black and white illustrations and some 8 color plates as well. This one hasn't been listed yet. I'll probably try to get it on eBay here in the next week if you're interested. It's not going to be cheap, but I think it'll be a good value. All right, well, what did I do? Oh, there we go. Got a big pile of Dr. Seuss coming up. These actually came from my niece and nephew. They were moving and cleaning out their book collection, so I ended up with, I probably gave them all these, so they're back. The Spooky Old Tree by the Bernstein Bears. I get asked for Bernstein Bears books all the time. Most of these are going to be probably $2 or $3 a piece. These are kind of the vintage ones. Dr. Seuss, One Fish, Two Fish. Again, $2 or $3 a piece all day long. Marvin K. Mooney, Will You Please Go Now by Dr. Seuss. Maybe you should fly a jet. Maybe you should be a vet. I don't remember seeing that one before. Nice old Cat in the Hat. This is a beginner's book, but it's probably pretty vintage, maybe from the 50s. Now the Bernstein Bears, Bears in the Night. Again, most of these are just going to be $2 or $3. The Bear Scouts, another Bernstein Bears. I don't think I have too many Bernstein Bears right now, so glad I'm getting restocked. Are You My Mother by P.D. Eastman. Great Day for Up by Dr. Seuss. That's another one that not quite as common as some of the other ones. There's a Walk It In My Pocket. Classic. Though I don't remember reading that one. There's some of them that I can definitely remember reading a million times as a kid. Hooper Humperdinck, Not Him. He Bear, She Bear. Another Bernstein Bears classic. Fox and Socks. Do a little reading quick. Fox, Socks, Box, Knocks. Knocks in box, fox in socks, knocks in fox, knocks on fox in socks and box. Socks on knocks and knocks in box, fox in socks on box on knocks. Chicks with bricks come, chicks with blocks come, chicks with bricks and blocks and clocks come. Look sir, Mr. Knoxer, let's do tricks with bricks and blocks, sir. Let's do tricks with chicks and clocks, sir. Holy buckets, tongue twister. Let's see if I can make it through this one. First, I'll make a quick trick brick stack, then I'll make a quick trick block stack. You can make a quick trick chick stack, you can make a quick trick clock stack. Yeah, Josh, I'll do a reading. We're almost getting to the end. I also, let's see, Green Eggs and Ham. They better have a copy of that. I hope they didn't keep Green Eggs and Ham for themselves. And here's a new trick, Mr. Knox. Socks with chicks and chicks on fox. Fox on clocks on bricks and blocks. Bricks and blocks on knocks on box. Now come to ticks and talks, sir. Try to say this, Mr. Knoxer. Clocks on fox tick. Clocks on knocks talk. 6 sick bricks tick. 6 chicks talk. Okay, we're done. Giving up on that one. But again, all these are going to be at my bookstore. $2, $3, $4 a piece. Wacky Wednesday. How's it going today, Josh? What are you working on? After this, I'm going to go work in my back storage room and try to throw away as many books as possible. Okay, here we go. Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. Red cover. Were all the covers red? This one's a little rough, but it's definitely vintage. I'm sure we all read this one in first grade. Sam I Am. That Sam I Am, that Sam I Am. I do not like that Sam I Am. Do you like Green Eggs and Ham? I do not like Sam I Am. I do not like Green Eggs and Ham. Would you like them here or there? I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like Green Eggs and Ham. I do not like them, Sam I Am. Would you like them in a house? Would you like them with a mouse? I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like Green Eggs and Ham. I do not like them, Sam I Am. Would you eat them in a box? Would you eat them with a fox? Not in a box, not on a fox, not in a house, not with a mouse. I would not eat them here or there, etc., etc., etc. Okay, great. Yeah, Josh, I see you're ramping up to 30 books a day on eBay. That's awesome. That's my goal. Also, I am starting to sprinkle in a few odd buy it nows. I've kind of been holding off on auctioning some of the really cool stuff. And I think I've worked my way up to 11 buy it nows, and I've sold 3 of them. 3 of them in the last couple weeks here. I just sold a 2-volume set today for $265. I was asking $300. I sent out an offer to a potential buyer and $265 with free shipping. Yep, free shipping. I'm gonna have to eat the $10 in shipping, but they accepted it. Summer by Alice Lowe. know free shipping is very controversial. Hop on Pop, another classic. I'm sure I've read that one tons and tons of times. What do you do with your duds, Josh? Do you throw them? Do you recycle them? Do you have someone that buys them for cheap or will take them? I Can Read with My Eyes Shut, another Dr. Seuss classic. The Bernstein's Bee book. Yeah, I like the idea. See if it doesn't sell in 30 days. Maybe mark it down 25%. See if you can get any hits and then liquidate it. Yeah, I'm happy though with 11 listings and I've sold 3. That's a pretty good sell-through rate. But I am being very specific about only listing really, really high quality stuff and really interesting books. Stuff I know will sell. Inside Upside Down, another Bernstein book. The Yearbook. Yeah, I wish there was more local people for me to sell bulk to. I would definitely sell them for. I'd probably give a lot of them away if they took them all. The Bear Detectives. Right now, I'm working on. In the summer, I do a $1 book sale in my storage shed. The things you can think. I do a $1 book sale in my storage shed, and there's some really great hardcover modern fiction that I'm going to, instead of throwing it away, I'm going to try to do some boxes for little free libraries. If people would just come take a box at a time, I'd appreciate that. And I think I'm trying to set good, readable, clean, modern stuff, no junk. The junk is being dealt with. Bernstein Bears and the Missing Dinosaur Bone. I give the mid-level stuff to Goodwill, and then some goes in the trash. I know people don't like to hear that, but the Foot Book, I don't think I've ever read this one. Snow by Roy McKee and P.D. Eastman. Bears on Wheels. Tell you what, I'll show you guys off another cool antique book I got set aside. Oh, let's see, which one? All right, here's a really, really clean copy of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. I haven't listed this one. I kind of don't want to sell it. I know if I list it on eBay as a buy it now, it'll probably be sold in a week. That's why I don't want to list it yet. I need to enjoy it for a minute. It's not a first edition. It's a much later printing, but it is unbelievably clean. Probably one of the cleanest copies of this binding you'll find. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. That was published in 1901. So not a really early printing, but still 1901 with the beautiful blue binding. And again, if you don't want to pay $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for a really nice, clean first edition, I mean, this one I'd probably price maybe $300 or $400 ish. Actually, I bought this one at Shagwamigan Books way up north. Pretty special. I also bought this one at Shagwamigan Books, a nice copy of Moby Dick. This is the one that's illustrated by Rockwell Kent. Classic. This one would have came with a dust jacket. I don't have a dust jacket, but it is a nice first edition of the one with the Rockwell Kent illustrations. This one's highly sought after. It's not rare at all. There's probably 50 copies of it on eBay right now. Beat up copies, maybe 50, 75, $100. A really nice copy with a nice dust jacket could be $1,000 or more. Here we go. Moby Dick or the Whale by Herman Melville, illustrated by Rockwell Kent. This is the 1930 first edition. And again, I think people just want it for the Rockwell Kent illustrations and the beautiful cover as well. Very Art Deco. Beautiful. I love that one. Again, I'm hesitant to list that one because I know it's going to sell pretty quick. And I will probably miss it too much if it sells right away. I also bought this one. This was from the same place as the 1782 cookbook. Really pretty copy of Pride and Prejudice. Again, nice copies of Pride and Prejudice, Alice in Wonderland cookbooks. I swear the prices on that stuff is just going up dramatically. Um, I mean, a couple years ago, this probably would have been a couple $100 book, and actually, I think I paid three something for it with shipping. It was in British pounds, and that rounds it up a tad, and then shipping, but it's shipped with a few other books. This probably used to be maybe a $200 to $300 book. Now I think there's some people would have no issue getting $500, maybe more for it, just because Pride and Prejudice is such a crazy sought after title. This is 1890s. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, illustrated by Charles E. Brock, introduction by Austin Dobson, published by Macmillan and Company in London in 1899. Show you a few of the illustrations in this one. Again, everyone's looking for a nice antique copy of Pride and Prejudice. They're getting harder to find. All right, last one, then I got to go back to pricing. I got a nice copy of Emma by, again, Jane Austen, illustrated by Hugh Thompson. This binding was designed by AAT. That's Albert Angus Turbane. He designed some of those beautiful Victorian bindings there are, in my opinion. I don't think there's anyone that comes even close. Maybe Margaret Armstrong. She was another great Victorian book designer. Check it out, the Peacock End Papers. Emma by Jane Austen, illustrated by Hugh Thompson. Introduction again by Austin Dobson, 1898. Again by London by Macmillan and Company. I think I also have Sense and Sensibility in this binding. I think I had to pay $400 for Sense and Sensibility. Emma was a little bit less, maybe closer to $300 or $350. I'd love to put the whole set together, but these are really hard to find at any price. I think even if you had unlimited money, it'd probably be tough to find the full 5 volumes of those. Pretty special. All right. I did get a copy of And to Think What I Saw on Mulberry Street by Dr. Seuss. This was one that the publisher decided that they're not going to republish anymore. So I guess it's considered banned. eBay did ban you from selling this for a while. There was a time when that whole controversy first started that dealers were getting $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for was it 5 or 6 different titles that the publisher said they're not going to republish anymore. Dealers were going crazy putting lots together and getting thousands of dollars for them. Even though, like, before that controversy, this was like a $5 or $8 book. And even now, I think eBay has started allowing you to sell these again. I'm not sure about Facebook Marketplace. I know all of the e-commerce websites cracked down and said, nope, you can't sell this one. I don't think any of them are any more rare than the others. But this one still, because of the controversy, is still whatever a banned book, and still is worth a little bit more than it otherwise would have been. Give me a sec to find my pencil. There we go. Keep losing my purple pencil. I might try to get $20 for it. It's a nice clean copy. Oh, the Jungle Book. Again, most of these, depending on the condition, I'll probably get $3 or $4 for. Nice hardcover Disney book. Nice copy of The Lion King. What did I price that one at? 4? 4. Yep, $4. That's a good price. Little Mermaid. That one was well read. Definitely enjoyed that one. $3 for that one. That one's a little more worn. Hercules, classic Disney movie. Beauty and the Beast, $4. Oh, maybe 3. Someone decided to do a little coloring. Perfect. My butt is so Christmassy. I think that one's just gonna be a couple bucks. Free to be Elephant Me. Alright, we got some Sesame Street. I think these are all Sesame Street books. Again, if you're new here, I am just pricing some books that I got in a estate sale, and actually these are from my nieces and nephews doing a little house cleaning. I'm sure I probably gave them most of these books, and now they gave them back. I'm okay with that. I need to do a little housekeeping, get rid of a few of my own books. Vegetable soup. Hope everyone's having a great Tuesday. Got any comments, feel free to throw them down there or hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. Down on the Farm with Grover. Classic. Oh, we got some more big Dr. Seuss hardcovers. We got the nice Cat in the Hat collector's edition. I'm sure they only made 5 billion copies of the collector's edition here. That's okay. Sneetches and Other Stories by Random House. I remember reading this one all the time about how the Sneetches get stars and then they got to go get 2 stars and then they get no stars, and before you know it's just a big mess. Dr. Seuss ABCs. I haven't seen what's the Dr. Seuss book about the trees where they cut down all the trees? Was that Sneetches? No, I don't think so. Does anyone know the Dr. Seuss book where they cut down all the trees? ABC book. Oh, the places you'll go. Lorax, there you go. Josh knew it. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it. I haven't seen that one yet. Alright, got the 3 bears. Got the 3 little pigs. Count the puppies. Paw Patrol. Some of these. Gonna go in the cheap $1 pile. I think Peter Pan. A couple bucks for that one. Peter the Cat. Super Pete. That one's really nice and clean. Finding Nemo, nice, another clean book. The Bravest Dog, Balto. I loved the movie Balto growing up. That's a classic. I think they actually came out with a second Balto movie, maybe even a third. Haven't seen any of those though. Princess and the Pea, that's an Usborne book. Mulan, another nice clean Disney one. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with these cheap little flimsy books. I did get some one Choose Your Own Adventure, and then I got some Goosebumps, some R.L. Stine ones. Those I'm gonna set aside. I got a customer that tends to buy all those for me, so those will all be sold before you know it. Stream Adventure. That one looks fun. Wow, I hardly ever get Goosebumps, but I got 4 Goosebumps and a Choose Your Own Adventure. How to Win Friends and Influence People, a nice Dale Carnegie. This is a modern hardcover. Sold some vintage copies of that a couple weeks ago. How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, another Dale Carnegie title. Should probably read these before I sell them. Do I ship? Yes, I do. Anything you buy on eBay, I'll ship. But like this cheaper stuff, I probably isn't worth either of our times to negotiate and haggle and ship. Oh, I do have a few more from that local estate sale. We got The Field Guide to Edible Plants. I didn't look this one up to see if it's valuable. It could be. I know I'm always getting asked for foraging books. Let's see. There's a couple Mormon books. We got the Doctrines and Covenants of the Church of Latter-day Saints, containing revelations given to Joseph Smith. These do have a little bit of a musty smell. Yeah, reach out to Josh Graff. Check out his eBay channel. He just left a comment down there. He'll ship you anything. He has, I don't know how many thousands of books listed on eBay and probably has millions more to go through. But definitely reach out to Josh. He'll sell you anything you want. Thanks, Josh. And then also Pearl of Great Price, also a Mormon Joseph Smith book. I would put these on eBay, but they got a little bit of a musty odor. It's pretty tough to get the smell out, so I'll probably just put them in the store. Hopefully they don't stink up the store too bad. $6 a piece. Those are kind of vintage from the 1950s. We got The Spirits of Chippewa. The Chippewa Valley Paranormal Investigators in Western Wisconsin's premier paranormal team. They conduct all investigations with utter consideration of your privacy. The stories contained within have been cleared by our clients. So kind of a cool Chippewa area ghosts book. Oh, let's see, who's it signed by? It looks like it's signed by someone. Signed Wisconsin Ghost Book. That's pretty cool. Then we got Haunted Chippewa Falls again by Chris Wiener and Clarence Rice. Let's see if this one is signed, and it is signed. The estate I bought these from had tons of sci-fi and occult stuff, and then again brewing and fly fishing and archaeology and fossils and ancient history. Quite a eclectic collection of stuff. This one's signed, so I think I'm gonna ask. They're both signed, so I'm gonna ask $10 a piece. Soul Recovery and Extraction by I'm not gonna attempt to say that author's name. Another cool occult book. That one's worth about $8, I think is fair. Yeah, check out Josh's YouTube channel, Josh Graff. Masters of the Air, America's Bomber Boys Who Fought the Air War Against Nazi Germany. Nice clean paperback, something like that I get $5 for. Working with Your Chakras, A Physical, Emotional, and Spiritual Approach by Ruth White. Again, there's definitely quite a few kind of occulty type books in this collection as well. That one's going to be $6, I think. Whoops. Kind of scribbled that in there. All right, last one, then I'm going to call it a day. At some point later this week, I need to do a live video or record one showing off my eBay purchases. I got a big pile of packages in the back that I've been putting off opening. Or Josh, if you want to throw your eBay store name down in the chat, you can do that. The Rifle in America. Privately printed for members of the Firearms Classic Library. Dun, 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 dun. That one, probably about $15, I think is probably cheap for it. Oh, we got some Nancy Drew. Let's see, those are nice and clean. I think I'm gonna get $3 for those. Feel free to hit that like button if you're bored or having a great time. Appreciate it. And if you got any questions, I'm just pricing a bunch of books for the bookstore here. Alien Next Door, Up, Up, and Away. Graphic novel. Very nice. Maybe not a graphic novel, but it's definitely highly illustrated. In really nice, clean condition. My niece and nephew took care of their books. Appreciate that. I think all of my nieces and nephews love to read. Very fitting. The Rescue Princesses, A Wishing Pearl. Oh, Magic School Bus. I'm always getting asked for Magic School Bus books locally. And I don't think I have any at the store right now, so I guess now I have one. Here's another Barnes & Noble leather classic. I usually get $15 for the smaller ones and $25 for the bigger ones. So that's $15 for a really nice, clean leather book. 20,000 Leagues Below the Sea by Jules Verne. Great classic, nicely illustrated, beautiful binding. I love that binding on that one. It's very shiny. All right, a few more and I'm gonna call it a night. Tuesday's usually my day off, but I did my normal eBay listings. That usually takes 4 or 5 hours. I don't have any books ending tonight, so that's nice, but I do have a few things to ship. Yeah, $15 for the Barnes & Noble. I got a big pile of them. I usually don't make a ton of profit on them, but I sell a lot of them. It's tough for me to find them. Sometimes I can get box lots on eBay for anywhere from $7 to $12-ish with shipping. So I'm definitely not getting rich on them, but I know my customers love them. And honestly, like a modern hardcover book at Barnes & Noble is going to cost you like $30. So why not pay less for a pretty Barnes & Noble leather classic? Bluey Christmas Swim. I know Bluey's popular. I've never seen any of the Bluey. I think it's a TV show. The Very Clever Crocodile. Ooh, pop-up books. I do have a nice little selection of nice clean pop-up books. That one, I'm gonna need to use the sticker price gun. Some of these books, especially kids' books, have glossy pages that you can't write numbers on in pencil, so I got to use the sticker gun. The Big Book of Briar Rabbit Stories. How about $4 for that one? I think that's cheap enough. And last one, and then I'm gonna call it a night. A big I Spy Christmas book, the book of picture riddles. I used to love doing I Spy books. Man, those were so much fun. $4 for that one, I think. All right, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a great Tuesday night, and maybe see you next Tuesday or Monday. Never know with me.